Crossbow versus compound. Which one is right for you? Maybe you're considering giving bow hunting a try. Many states allow crossbows to be used during archery season. While this may ruffle the feathers of some hardcore stick and string guys or compound bow hunters, rules are rules, and it is an opportunity for people to hunt. I have my opinions and others have theirs. So for this video, I'm not going to get into the politics, just the pluses and minuses. Let's break this down. First, what do you want to do? Do you want to enjoy the fall in the woods? Or do you want to spend the least amount of time possible to put meat on the table? Does the idea of practicing sound fun or like a chore? Are you okay hunting out of a tree stand? After you answer those questions, it makes everything else easy. Price doesn't really factor into the equation. For $300 to $400, you can have a functioning crossbow or compound capable of taking deer effectively. And that's new off the shelf with arrows and broadheads. Used equipment might be able to knock that down to about $200. Just be sure to have a reputable archery shop look at it before you buy it. Ask yourself a couple more questions and we'll get this narrowed down. Are you capable of pulling back at least 40 to 50 pounds? Are you capable of holding back at least 15 to 30 pounds for 5 or 10 seconds at a time? If the answer to either one of those last two questions are no, then you're going to need a crossbow with a mechanical cocking device to pull back your crossbow. As for the previous questions, if you're lucky to have a day or two off throughout the fall to hunt, and you don't have much time or willingness to practice, you're going to want a crossbow. Going into the woods with a compound without at least shooting 100 shots before the season is a recipe to wound deer. It just takes practice to get the consistent form and muscle memory to make quality shots. And that's 100 shots is assuming that you already know how to shoot a compound. The first couple years using a compound, you'll probably want to shoot 1,000 shots. Another reason to use a crossbow would be that you know that you do not want to get in a tree stand. One of the more difficult things associated with compound bow hunting is drawing the bow back with a deer inside 20 yards without being detected. Ground blinds can be good for both compounds and crossbows, but compound hunters use tree stands to stay out of the deer's direct vision. With a crossbow, very little movement is required to get the target into your sights. So, you might ask, why the heck would anyone in their right mind want to bow hunt with anything other than a crossbow? Well, many of us like the challenge. Shooting a bow is fun, for most of us, and it doesn't feel like a chore. Picking that perfect spot for a stand and spending sunrises 20 feet in a tree is a good time. Hunting rules established by game agencies were basically encouraged by hunters that realized we needed to make things more difficult to help conserve the resource. Anyone can drive down the road at night with a spotlight and shoot a couple dozen deer. Longbow and compound hunters are just making things harder on themselves to even the playing field a little more. If a big old buck picks us out of a tree while we're drawing back the bow, we get upset for about a week, or a year, or maybe even a decade, depending on how big it was. But we get to talk about how that big old buck got the best of us and how they don't get big by being stupid, and we keep trying. Take note that I haven't given any advantage one way or the other about distance. I feel like archery, whether compound or crossbow, even with the best equipment, is a 40-yard and in proposition. It just takes too much time for an arrow or bolt to travel 50 yards. A whitetail can move too much in that amount of time to justify the risk of wounding and not recovering. To sum it up, if you just want to get a deer, you should probably get a crossbow. It's just a fact that it is significantly easier. A couple shots to check your zero before a hunt, and you're good to go. If you want to add an additional challenge, and you can physically handle drawing a bow repeatedly, you will likely get more satisfaction out of a compound. I hope this helps you make the proper choice for you. And if you found this video to be helpful, please consider a subscribe and a like. Thanks for watching.